Hello everyone, welcome to Karma Education. This is the channel for UGC NET Education Paper 2 and it has a target to cover the whole syllabus of UGC NET Education subject particularly. I have completed subunit A and subunit B of unit 2. Now I am starting to present my view on subunit C of unit 2. Concept of economics of education, economic returns to higher education, concept of educational finance. These three broad areas are included in subunit C. We will discuss each and every topic in detail. Just you people stay tuned. In this video, I am Konkanapal going to talk about cost benefit analysis versus cost effective analysis. Now, cost benefit analysis. Before building a new plant or taking on a new project, managers conduct a cost benefit analysis to evaluate all the potential costs and revenues that a company might generate from the project. The outcome of the analysis will determine whether the project financially feasible or not. Whereas cost means cost is the value of money that has been used to produce something. Okay, whereas benefit means desirable consequences of economic decisions. Now, what is cost benefit analysis? Cost benefit analysis is an economic evaluation technique that compares the cost of the intervention with the benefit incurred. Cost of intervention means the cost associated with taking action or any treatment or any plan. Okay, means the investment. The cost denotes the cost related with the treatment or intervention, or you can say simply the investment. And whereas the benefit incurred means when you invest something, then you will expect some return from that. This is the benefit incurred. So, cost benefit analysis simply an evaluation technique of economics that compares the cost of the intervention, means your investment, with the benefit incurred, means your return of the investment, where the benefit is measured by monetary units. Here the unit of the cost benefit analysis is monetary unit. Okay. The concept of cost benefit analysis was formalized by Alfred Marshall. Next is cost for the development of plant or implementation or execution of any project is positively determine the potential of profitability. Cost benefit analysis focuses on that factors which determine the potential of profitability. And one of the most important factor is cost of development of any plant or project, whatever it is. Next is cost benefit analysis accounts for intangible cost. Intangible cost means which is not directly visible, like opportunity cost. Opportunity cost means loss of other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. Very important thing, opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is loss of other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. For example, you can say that when one lost the experience of technical diploma course by attending general degree course at the same time. This is the opportunity cost. And it also has impact on the profit, potential profit, as a way to project return on investment. Okay. And now I want to discuss cost benefit analysis with the help of an example, that a shop owner wants to open a second branch of his shop. Okay, a shop owner wants to open a second branch of his shop, then he need to consider some following factors. for his potential of profitability. What would be the factors? Factor number 1, cost of new location. Then build out cost. Cost of new location means that shop owner have to choose a perfect location for his second branch of his shop for the potential profitability, and then he has to invest for the build out of the shop. Okay, then he also has to invest in marketing and promotion for his shop for minimum 1 year. Okay, then traffic of buyers, etc. These are the factors which has much impact on potential of profitability. So a shop owner must consider these factors to increase his potential of profitability. Now we will discuss about cost benefit analysis in education. The term cost benefit analysis is a process through which an organization can compare the investment cost and the benefit to assess economical profitability. When someone invests somewhere and expect some return from the investment, that is profit. All forms of investment involve a sacrifice of the present consumptions in order to secure the future benefits. In education, parents invest in education by sacrificing consumptions of other commodities. Cost benefit is a tool which measures the benefits of education to the individual or society. To use this technique, it is necessary to measure both the costs and benefit in economic or financial terms in education also. According to Sagan Adesina, 1981, cost benefit analysis, very simple and very easy definition of cost benefit analysis in education, that is, cost benefit analysis looks at each level of education as investment. Education as investment in human capital or human being, with the purpose that the returns will help to improve the whole economy. I already have discussed about education as investment in human being or human capital. Just go back there and recapitulate the statement. So, what is the cost benefit analysis? That cost benefit analysis looks at each level of education as investment in human beings with the purpose that returns will help to improve the whole economy. Now, use of cost benefit analysis in education. Before starting this, you should have the clear idea about what is the cost and what is the benefit in education. Investment of parents, government, private sector in education is denoted as cost. Investment of parents, government, private sector in education is like cost, whereas the paid, skilled or educated labor, which is the output, paid, skilled or educated labor are like benefit. So, cost benefit analysis compares the investment of parents, government, private sector, which is known as cost, with the paid, skilled or educated labor as benefit. Cost benefit analysis simply compares the investment of parents, government, private sector are like cost, whereas paid, skilled, educated labor as benefit. Okay, so this is the cost benefit analysis in education. Now, what are the uses of cost benefit analysis in education? Broadly, 3 uses are there: resource allocation, profitability and policy making. Now, what are the resources in education? Resource in terms of laboratories, libraries, playgrounds, potential educators, etc., which could able to provide highest rates of return. This is the resource. Now, cost benefit analysis explains the need of resource allocation in education, which can provide the highest rates of return. Next is profitability. Cost benefit analysis also suggests about the various ways of increasing profitability of education, either by increasing benefits or by lowering the costs. Next is policy making. Cost benefit analysis has great impact in educational policy making as it treats people as human capital. Cost benefit analysis treat the people as human capital and assesses the rates of return to investment in education. Now, the purpose of cost benefit analysis in education. To project future level of educational cost benefit analysis is used. To estimate the costs of alternative policies and of educational reforms and innovations. To compare the alternative ways to achieve the objectives of education. To compare the profitability of alternative investment projects. And to evaluate cost effectiveness in education. Now, cost effective analysis. Cost effective analysis is also an economic evaluation technique that compares cost of consequences. Cost means treatment or hospital care with consequences. Consequences means health outcomes of a test or treatment. Okay, so hospital charges are like cost, which will compare with recovery of patient or health outcomes as consequences. So, cost effective analysis compares the cost in the sense hospital charges. It compares with hospital charges or cost with the recovery of patient. Okay, so it measures the outcome not only in monetary way like cost benefit analysis, but it measures the outcome of intervention or treatment by natural units. Natural units denotes how many life saved, life expectancy or life years gained, etc. It is not monetary unit. Okay. Cost effective analysis can be applied before a program, during a program and after a program over. Whereas cost benefit analysis you can apply only before the implementation of a plan. It refers to the study of the alternatives in relation to their cost and effects to achieve certain goal or outcome. Cost effective analysis is a method which is commonly used in healthcare when evaluating various treatment plans. Okay, a measure of the cost effectiveness is obtained by measuring cost against outcomes. Ratio of cost effective analysis or cost effective ratio can be calculated by dividing cost of intervention or cost of treatment with the effect of intervention or effect of treatment. Now, it would be calculated and compared that the cost effective analysis ratio of different alternatives to see which is preferable. Cost effective analysis helps to select appropriate alternative. For example, a 70-year-old man is suffering from knee problem and there are so many treatment of knee problem like knee replacement, physiotherapy, long-term Ayurvedic medicine. Now, what type of treatment will be more appropriate for him? That can be calculated by cost-effective ratio. Cost-effective analysis is based when comparing programs are similar in size. Programs must be similar in size when you will calculate cost-effective analysis. For example, if someone is looking for the universalization of education and the program is related with women empowerment, two programs are different Universalization of education and women empowerment both are different programs. Then the cost effective analysis result would not be reliable. So both programs must be similar in size when you will calculate cost effective analysis. Cost effective analysis in education. In education, cognitive development, academic achievement, non-cognitive skills are measured by cost effective analysis. It is an economic evaluation technique that compares the relative costs. Relative cost over here, investment in education and outcomes or effects means cognitive development, non-cognitive skills, academic achievement. These are not monetary outcomes of education. Okay, of two or more interventions. Intervention means over here various educational policies like midday meal scheme, SSA, universalization of education, etc. So, cost effective analysis is an economic evaluation technique that compares the relative cost. Relative cost means investment in education and outcomes or effects means achievement of a student of two or more interventions. Okay, concept of cost effective analysis is applied to the planning and management of many types of organized activity. For example, in education, allocation of huge money in SSA program, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan scheme, can be implemented by cost effective analysis. Through cost effective analysis, it can be analyzed easily the yielding power of invested amount. Is it fruitful or not? If the returns are not favorable, then rethinking, replanning and reconsideration has to be done. Now, cost benefit analysis versus cost effective analysis. Now we will identify the differences between cost benefit analysis and cost effective analysis. First difference from the definition of both the terms, that is, in cost benefit analysis, it is an economic evaluation technique which compares the cost of the intervention with the benefit incurred. In this, only one intervention is mentioned. Then cost effective analysis. It is also an economic evaluation technique, but it compares the cost per consequences of two or more intervention with the effect incurred. Cost benefit analysis is measured by monetary units, whereas cost effective analysis measured by natural units. Cost benefit analysis focuses on monetary outcomes, whereas cost effective analysis focuses on non-monetary outcomes. Cost benefit analysis evaluates monetary outcomes of an organization, whereas cost effective analysis evaluates service outcome. It focuses on service outcome. Okay, cost benefit analysis is purely quantitative evaluation technique, whereas cost effective analysis both quantitative and qualitative evaluation technique, because it talks about the cost or investment and the output or effectiveness of the investment. Okay, then cost benefit analysis, in a example of cost benefit analysis in education, that school enrollment, attendance, completion of overall years, retention, degree attained, etc. can be measured by cost benefit analysis, whereas cognitive development, academic achievement, non-cognitive skills, all round development, etc. can be measured by cost effective analysis. In cost benefit analysis, we can calculate net benefit by subtraction of cost from net outcome, whereas in cost effective analysis, cost effective ratio can be calculated by dividing cost of intervention with effect of intervention. After cost benefit analysis, an intervention should be chosen and undertaken if the benefit exceeds the cost. Always benefit should be greater than cost. After cost effective analysis, we can select intervention which has higher natural units. For example, saved years of life, life years gained, etc. Externalities are considered in cost benefit analysis. For example, location of shop, traffic of buyers, etc. Whereas externalities are not considered in cost effective analysis. Outcomes are already known in cost benefit analysis because of future planning, whereas cost effective analysis depends on long term outcomes which are not known. For example, COVID-19 vaccination. Cost benefit analysis. The benefits of cost benefit analysis can be direct, monetary, or indirect or intangible, whereas cost effective analysis only focuses on the health outcomes, neglecting the non health outcomes. Cost benefit analysis is comparatively complex as every matter needs to quantify it, and it also considers opportunity cost, foregone cost, and time factor. Cost effective analysis is relatively easier to calculate than cost benefit analysis, as all the matters need not be quantified in monetary value. Now, the limitations of cost benefit analysis and cost effective analysis. In cost benefit analysis, data collection is a major part. It can be complex for the cost calculation. Benefits in other forms than money cannot be assessed in cost benefit analysis. Cost effective analysis doesn't make comparisons between the interventions producing different outcomes. It only focuses on the selected interventions. It never compare between the different outcomes of different interventions. Okay, this is the limitation of cost effective analysis. Be connected with my channel to get more information about each topic of UGC NET Education Syllabus. I am also taking online class for UGC NET Education subject. Interested viewers can comment me in the chat box. Thank you.